Hey there, it's Professor McDonald. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use this grade calculator that I've made available in the form of an Excel spreadsheet. You will need to use Excel to use this grade calculator, or you may be able to use it with Google Sheets. If you are not interested in using the spreadsheet, you may also do it with paper and pencil. So I'll describe how you would do that as well in this video. But the grade calculator is set up to be very easy for you to just type in your grades and even experiment with potential grades that you may earn on future tests to determine what kind of grade you might possibly get in this class, depending on the outcomes of your future assessments. To get this grade calculator, it's posted under course information in Blackboard. Then you're just going to click on the link. Then it will download the file and you'll click it to open. Notice there's a yellow ribbon at the top. In order to be able to use the calculator, you will need to enable editing, and then only the yellow scores may be changed. All of the other cells in this spreadsheet are protected so that you don't accidentally erase any of the calculations. So once you have this open, you're going to go into your grade book, your My Grades in Blackboard, and collect all the scores that you're going to need to go into these cells. So notice that class participation average is one that you'll need, and that's posted here. It says class participation, and it's current up to test 3, and it includes your attendance. So that's the grade that you would see here, and you would want to use that score for this cell. And the rest are pretty self-explanatory. Your homework average score, your quiz average, each of your tests, and so on. And then in this table, you have your top 4 tests, including the final exam. So because the final exam is allowed to replace a test score if it's better, that's what this table is going to help us figure out what your actual test average is, um, using the final exam as one of those scores if it's better. So as you enter scores here, notice if I put a 75 here, it takes it fine. If I put it over here, if I try to type, well, it's not doing it now, but it should be protected. Let me show you what it looks like when it's protected so it doesn't alarm. Okay, so now notice that when I try to change this, it does not allow me to do so. All right, let's go on and enter some more pretend grades. I'm just going to make up a bunch of test scores. All right, so let's say we've only gone up to test 3, and these are all my scores so far. If I earn no more points in the class and my other averages don't change, then I will have a 60 in the course. So that would be a 60% would be a D. So now I can start thinking about what might happen once I take my other 2 tests. So if I just start with best case scenario, that lets me know that it is still possible for me to get an A. So that's encouraging. Of course, it's not very likely that I'm going to score 100% on my tests. So I might want to try something more conservative, something more realistic. Let's see. All right, so there I have a B in the course. Okay, let me think about what is maybe the worst case scenario. Just thinking. Maybe if I get a 50 on my next 2 tests, oh, I can still get a C in the class. Okay, so I'm feeling much better at this point as a student. I know that, I could still get a C even if I don't do that great on my remaining 2 tests. I can try more scenarios, just, try to play out all the possibilities. And it's very quick and easy to see how changes in these scores will affect the grades. So I could kind of figure out, oh, look, if I get an A on my test 4 and a 65 on my final exam, I still have a B in the class, right? So I hope this is useful to you. And now if you don't use this spreadsheet, you can still do this with paper and pencil. You can make the table out just like I've done here, collect all your scores, collect your top 4 exam scores, including the final, you know, which of those 4, and then you add them together and divide by 4. Once you have your test average, you can make this table here and place your test average here and all your other scores. Then to get your grade points, you just multiply the weight times the score. So just to show you what that looks like, if I was going to do this by hand with a regular calculator, I would calculate 75 times 10%, which would be as a decimal 0.1, right? Or you can just do 75 times 10 divided by 100, because that means 10% also, okay? And you just do that for each one of these. Multiply it by the weight, okay, to get your grade points, and then you add all your grade points together, and that gives you the total, right? And all these assignment or category weights came right out of the syllabus, and the grading scale is in the syllabus as well. You know, 90 and above is an A, B to 89 is a B, 70 is a C, and so on. So you can feel comfortable hopefully using this or doing it on paper. And email me if you have any questions, and I wish you all the best. Take care.